What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about what may be the best pair of running shoes for sprinters, and that's the Antepes Muscle Runners. I got sent this pair of shoes about a month and a half ago. I've been using them anytime I sprint, do straight leg bounds, stair sprints, sled pushes, tempo runs, things like that, and overall I like them a lot. Now, the main difference between this and a normal pair of running shoes is these don't have that big chunky heel that you're going to get with a typical pair of running shoes. The problem with the chunky heel is that when you hit the ground, when you're sprinting in, say, spikes, barefoot, just normally sprinting, you're going to contact on the ball of your foot. Your heel is going to be elevated off the ground. Your heel will drop slightly. That'll load the Achilles and the calf, which will allow you to spring off the ground. When you run in a normal pair of running shoes, because it has that thick heel in the back, you don't get that loading of the Achilles, the calf, and that ankle complex in the same way you would in spikes. So you don't get that reactive, responsive feel bouncing off the ground in a normal pair of running shoes like you would when you're running in spikes. These, on the other hand, are going to really force you to land on your forefoot. So if you tend to heel strike, these will teach you how not to heel strike. It's going to allow you to load the ankle and the calf, and then you're going to be able to bounce off the ground. So when you run in these, it feels like you're running in a pair of spikes. You just have a little bit more cushioning, a little bit more flexible of a shoe, and it allows you to introduce sprinting with a normal sprinting gait, foot strike, ground contact, all that stuff, but in a way that is a little less harsh than spikes. We don't want to jump straight from the off season where we're sitting on the couch all day to running in spikes, because that's going to cause issues for your feet, your ankles, your calves. Instead, we want to bridge the gap between doing no activity to running all out in spikes. And these offer a great opportunity for you to bridge that gap in a way that is a little bit safer and a little bit better on your body. Now, while these are a pair of running shoes, they are quite fast. I've noticed that I've been able to sprint almost as fast as I do in spikes when wearing these shoes. So they're going to be great for early season acceleration training, speed training, things like that. Or if you're training on surfaces that don't allow spikes, like stairs, a hill, whatever it may be, these offer you a great option because it allows you to sprint like you normally would in spikes, but on surfaces that maybe are not conducive to wearing spikes, or in periods of time, such as early in your training year, where maybe it's not best to wear spikes. As far as comfort, I would say they're quite comfortable. They have a nice flexible upper. It's very breathable, so your feet aren't going to sweat too much. They have a carbon fiber plate that runs through the whole shoe, so it does allow it to be pretty stiff. While not as stiff as a pair of spikes, you're going to have enough stiffness to bounce off the ground and feel really fast when you sprint in them. It has 2 layers of foam, so the contact is not going to feel squishy, but it is going to feel more cushioned than, say, a pair of Max Flies or Puma Tokyos or anything like that. The grip is very good, so I've run in an asphalt parking lot, I've ran up asphalt hills, I've run in places where you typically in a pair of running shoes would not have very good grip, and I haven't had any issues with slipping. So for example, if you go onto the track and you're wearing a pair of running shoes and you feel like you're going to slip, well, the traction on these is quite good and I haven't had any issues there. As far as the ride is concerned, or sort of the experience that you have when you wear the shoes, they feel responsive, they feel bouncy, and they feel quite fast. They definitely ensure that you strike on the ball of the foot, because if you heel strike, you're going to feel it and you're going to get that feedback from the body, and your body's going to go, oh wait, we don't want to do that. We want to contact on the ball of the foot. So it will reinforce good ground contact mechanics. You will get that natural stretch shortening cycle through the ankle and calf complex that you want when you sprint, and it's going to help develop the muscles in your feet, the tendons in your feet, the ligaments, all that through your ankle and your calf. And it's going to allow you to do that in a way that allows you to gradually introduce intense running into your program without jumping straight into spikes. There hasn't really been anything that I don't like about these shoes. The only issue I've had is that the left shoe rubs a little bit on my heel, and you can see that there's a heel cup built into the shoe that allows your heel to stay, planted so it doesn't slip out. If you wear a pair of thicker socks, then you're not going to feel it, but when I wore a pair of thin socks, I did notice that on the left shoe it did rub my left heel a little bit. That could be my own problem with the shape of my heel. It could just be that shoe has, a one-off slight difference in how it's built, but overall I haven't had any issues in them, and I find them to be quite nice. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but they've been worn quite a bit, and I wear them pretty much every workout nowadays, so I like them, and I wear them, and I'm going to continue to wear them. So overall, I would say they're a great pair of shoes if you're looking for a pair of running shoes to sprint in, whether you're a sprinter or you're just, someone who likes to do sprints in your workouts. These are a good shoe and a great alternative to spikes. They don't replace spikes, but they're going to allow you to train more often in shoes that are going to feel like you're wearing spikes without the cost associated with using spikes all the time. I would say that they're going to fit best into the earlier parts of your training year, as far as when you're transitioning from your early season training into more specific speed, acceleration, that type of stuff. These are going to be great for that period of time. They're also great for tempo runs. I've done 6x200, 9x150. I've done workouts like that in these, and they perform great for that. I've done stair sprints up the stairs that are behind me, worked great for that. I've done broad jumps, straight leg bounds, jogging, accelerations. I've even done some speed work in them, and all in all, they're a great shoe for all those types of workouts. So pretty much anything that a sprinter is going to do aside from lifting, these shoes are going to work great. Now, if you do pick up a pair of these shoes, I would suggest a couple things. First of all, you want to introduce them gradually into your training. So if you're going from a normal pair of running shoes and you're not sprinting in spikes, if you jump straight into using these for the full workout, you may feel that your calves get sore because of the extra stretch that you're going to get, like you would in a pair of spikes when your foot hits the ground and that heel drops to tap the ground and then bounce off the ground. You're going to get that extra stretch through the calf and the Achilles. So you want to make sure that you introduce them gradually. Say you've been doing 6x200 in a normal pair of running shoes. Maybe you come out the first workout, you do 3 in your normal pair and then 3 in these shoes. Then the next time you do 2 in your normal pair, 4 in these shoes, and then your third workout, you do the whole workout wearing these shoes. So just gradually introduce them so you can make sure that you don't, overuse a certain area of your body, shock your body with a new gait pattern or anything like that, just like you would do if you're introducing spikes. Then after you've worn these for a while, you can do the same thing with spikes. So maybe you've been training in these for a few months and you want to start introducing spikes to the program, then you could do the same thing. For the first couple reps, you're going to wear these, then you go into spikes for the last couple reps of your workout and gradually introduce spikes. All in all, I would say if you're looking for a pair of running shoes that are going to allow you to sprint, do certain types of plyometrics, do certain types of other activities like stair sprints or sled pushes, and you want something that you can use on multiple surfaces, then the Antepes Muscle Runners are going to be a great pair of shoes for you. They're going to last you a long time. Mine are holding up quite well from all the beating that I've given them, and I think they're honestly a great shoe. So check out the link below if you want to pick up a pair. Now, if you're looking for information on how to sprint faster, different types of speed workouts that you can do that'll help that, check out this video here.